just heard that Darragh O'Connor has left the club. Can you tell us the reason why?
Yeah, I just had a chat with Darragh and explained that he's probably the chances of him playing over the next few games are going to be quite slim, and we decided it was best if he moved on and went elsewhere.
There was a few rumours online this morning that possibly a few other players are leaving the club. Any truth in that?
No, I don't think anyone else will be leaving the club at this stage.
Great. Well, moving on to Bohs. So on Sunday or on Friday, a huge game. They've all been huge games the last few weeks, and really now is the time you have to start picking up some points. But Bohs have had a good season, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, a good team. Really good, really well organised, well coached, and a tough game. But like I say, we can't be too concerned about other teams. We need to start getting our own house in order and giving out better performances, and hopefully we do that on Friday.
What's the reaction been like from the defeat at the weekend?
It's been good, again, it hurt obviously giving away such a cheap goal so early on in the game killed us a little bit. It seems to be a theme of when we do play at home against teams that we seem to concede early. I think that we conceded early against Bohs at home after 5 minutes, against Rovers after 15 minutes, and then the other day after 5 minutes, and to be 2-0 down against a team that are full of, I believe, very good players, but confidence players, and if you give them a 2-goal head start, then it's just extremely difficult as we found it.
It's all the more important to get points now after Fenn picked up a point against Dundalk on Sunday, so other teams are getting points here and there, but in that game Dundalk fielded a second team. How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously you probably hope they do something similar against Cork City next week, there's no guarantee they will. How do you feel about teams doing that when points are at stake for other clubs and a relegation battle is at stake?
I think a manager can put out whatever team he wants. He can play whatever starting 11 he believes will go and win the game. Obviously, they did it against Rovers and it didn't work. I think if you see Rovers at the moment, they're putting out the same 11 more or less every week, and they're getting the consistency and they're getting great results off of that. So, but he can put out whatever team he wants. Obviously, if our game got called off against Dundalk after a European game where he could have possibly played a second 11, but listen, that's you can't take anything away from Harps. They went to Dundalk and picked up a point, kept a clean sheet, which is a great result for them.
You made some changes early in the game last week. Are you looking at changing things up quite a bit for this week, maybe?
We obviously, we changed it after half an hour because we were getting absolutely battered. So we felt that we needed to do something, and I felt the changes were beneficial to us. We certainly improved, which wasn't saying a lot. And then I think we huffed and puffed against a team that are 2-0 up. So will we stick to similar? Probably stick to similar, but we'll see how it goes closer to the day.
What has been the main focus of work this week, Neale, on improving from the Pats game?
I think we have to. Obviously, it hurt us a lot, the Pats game. Not the result, obviously, but the performance.
Yeah.
The first 25 minutes were just. But again, I keep going back to it. If you can see 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, then any game's going to be difficult. But especially against a team, like I said, full of players that are confidence players, and if things are going well for them, then they look unbelievable. So we knew we had to approach that game, try and stay in the game as long as we can, and go and attack them, and hopefully get a goal that way. But obviously if you can see 2 after 10 minutes, then it's just extremely difficult. So trying to get the belief back up again to the boys, and trying to get a little bit of confidence back into them, and a little bit of shape, a little bit of defensive organisation.
And what can be done to ensure that, we'll say, if Bohs get an early goal on Friday night, that the reaction is stronger from City?
I think if anyone knew the answer to that, we probably wouldn't lose any games. So
yeah.
we don't know. I mean, we've got players that some are used to playing at this level, some are not.
Yeah.
Some are not used to playing at any kind of level whatsoever. It's their first time playing league football, and it takes a while to adjust to it. And as much as we've tried to bring experienced players and play the experienced players, we still have got a lot of young kids, and it's a learning process, and it's not it's not the right place to learn, but it's where we are at the moment. So they have to learn quick.
And what has the reaction been like from the players this week?
It's been good, but like I said to them after the game and in this week, training's always good. That's never been a problem. It's not it's translating good training sessions and doing the right things in training onto a pitch on a Saturday or Friday when someone's trying to take the ball from you, or someone's prepared to work harder than you, or someone's prepared to run further than what you are. That's the difficult part at the moment, translating good training sessions, good shape, good organisation, everyone buying into what we're going to do, translating that into a game where they've got opponents.
Yeah.
That's the difficult part at the moment, I feel.
And after the game on Saturday, Fenn said that the players had left yourself and Joe down, that you didn't deserve that. Like, when you're watching on the sideline, having prepared the team as you know during the week to go and get a result, how powerless do you feel, or how frustrated do you feel when things kind of start going badly so early?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's when I'm not, we have to. Everyone has to take a bit of a share of the blame. It's not just. Yeah. It's everybody. We're all in this together. I'm not going to say it's not my fault. It's their fault. It's we all need to do better. Whether it's knowing your roles better, us explaining their roles better, working harder, our approach to games. We need to be better. And at the moment, we're fine up until the whistle goes on a match day, and then it goes a little bit wrong. So we need to improve that.
Winning 6 now, Neale, is it fair to say like that? Draws are no good at this stage in terms of finishing above the top 2, or the bottom 2 rather.
Well, I mean, we just said that Fenn was a great point, and we've got a game in hand on them. So points are very important. We're 3 games unbeaten away from home now, which is better than our home form at the moment. So that's a little bit of a light we can believe in ourselves going up there. Bows have struggled their last couple of home games. I know they beat Derry, but it was a late victory. So we have to go up there with belief. The game here after COVID break was they were the better team. They went 1-0 up very early, and there wasn't a lot in it after that. So we're going up there with confidence. But we always do. We always, it's actually putting it into practice now. That's it, and we can't talk about it anymore, and we can't say we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Now we have to do it. We have to get wins.
Yeah, what would you say to the criticism in recent games aimed at the players that there's not enough fight? The fans don't see enough fight in the players to actually stay in the top flight of the League of Ireland. Yeah,
I mean, I get it. Fans just want to see players running around and tackling, and I felt we had it against Finn Harps. So I would say that would be an unfair criticism against Finn Harps. I think everyone wrote us off and said we would go up there and lose. But I felt we competed as well as anything. But the 2 home games against Pats and Rovers haven't been good enough. But we've conceded early, and conceding early, it's a killer against good teams and against good players, especially 2 goals. But you need to stay in the game as long as you can. It's like I said earlier. Finn Harps go to Dundalk. They're just in it all the time. They're just hard to beat. Everyone knows their roles. Everyone's prepared to do their job, and they get a point out of it. So, we had a go in the second half. We showed a bit more fight, but the first 25 minutes was nowhere near what we expect and what anybody should expect. And I think the players would hold their hands up and say that they were a little bit shell shocked.
You have a special bond, of course, with the club. Neale, a league winner with Cork City 15 years ago. Obviously, it hurt you badly, to see where you are on the table and the way the results are going.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone here and everyone around the club just wants what's best for the club. We're trying our hardest, and like I say, it's a lot of different aspects. It's not just the players going out and they can't be bothered. It's certainly not that. It's sometimes it's the little bit of lack of confidence, a little bit of naivety, a little bit of experience when we do go behind or when things are not going our way, that we just need to dig in and try and get a result and work harder for each other, and not blame other people and point fingers at other people. We're all in this together, and it hurts. Obviously, it means a lot for this club to stay in the division. It means that jobs will be lost if we fall out of the division, and certainly nobody wants to see that at all, including the players and the staff.
Any injury updates? Any from the weekend?
No, we've got a clean bill of health. There's Cian Bargery and Cian Murphy have returned to training after niggles they've had. So no, we're just trying to think. No, that's it. After the weekend, no more. Alec Burns fit training. Yeah. So there's no fresh injury concerns.
You've said 3 games in 8 days. I was going to get a tax the resources to to the limit. Like if you get fellas with injuries or suspensions, it's going to be, it make it even more difficult for you.
It will. It's going to be difficult. You know, it's not ideal for us at the time. We didn't want the Dundalk game called off, but it was, and now it's been shoehorned in where, you know, it doesn't suit us. You know, so that's disappointing. But what, you know, there's not a lot we can do about it. We just have to get on with it and try and believe that we're going to get points. And I do believe we will pick up points. And like I say, it's down to us putting it into practice now. We can't keep talking about it.
And Darrell O'Connor there, he's left by mutual consent, so
yeah,
he was on the contract.
Yeah, he's left by mutual consent. Yeah.